Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing The Forever Purge, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you in short what this movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah, just click away from this video to avoid spoilers and come back after you watch a movie if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally fine. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, The Forever Purge is a movie that's been released this year, and it's a crime, thriller, action with a slight horror elements. And this is fifth movie in the Purge franchise. I watched all of them, and it's a sequel to previous the Purge movies. So if you don't know what Purge is about, it's about one night in America where all crime is legal for 12 continuous hours, including murder, and 911 services are not available until morning. So you can do whatever you want for those 12 hours, and somehow that makes economy grow wild, and there is no crime and everything is perfect and awesome. There are people who support the Purge, there are people who don't support it and just hide and survive through the night. And the same thing is once again happening in this movie, only this time it takes place in Texas, and we follow a completely new group of characters. Some are Americans, some are Mexicans. There is a lot of racism towards Mexicans from Americans, and there are Mexicans that are working for this family that have this farm with animals and everything, and these Mexicans are working for them on the farm. And when the Purge comes, Mexicans go and hide in the shelter until the morning. The Purge is over, a lot of people dies, and they survive, the characters we follow, and then all of a sudden carnage continues and everybody is confused with what is going on because Purge is over, but people are still purging, they're still killing each other, committing all sorts of crime. And that's when you realize that things got out of hand and out of control, and people, actually Americans, started some sort of rebellion against their own country and Americans, and their goal is to exterminate all the Mexicans and migrants and everything. Yeah, in short, that's what this movie is about. So we just follow this group of people trying to survive, and this time just war breaks out because of Purge through the entire America, and they have to run and try to save their lives. So they decide to cross the borders, and Mexico and Canada are accepting all the US citizens that are running from the Forever Purge, because that's how they call it, because it's not stopping, it's not over, it just continues forever. People are doing whatever they want, and these characters are just trying to cross the border to Mexico. And characters that didn't really like each other at the beginning of the movie, these Mexicans and Americans, they actually become friends when their survival depends on it. And that's pretty much, like I said, what this movie is all about, which is something I honestly expected to happen. I expected some of these American characters to turn out as villains, traitors, and I was expecting one guy to shoot the Mexicans because he was slightly racist towards them. But then he later explains that he's not really racist. Now, The Forever Purge is definitely not the best The Purge movie. First three movies are phenomenal. I really enjoyed them, I really liked them, and I liked everything about them, the characters, the atmosphere, the carnage, the everything. Like I said in my the first Purge movie review, which is a prequel, which is the movie that came out in 2018, the main reason why you want to watch this franchise is because of carnage. You just want to watch people kill each other. in all sorts of brutal ways, which wasn't really a thing in the first Purge movie. Besides that, it had a terrible CGI effects, and I see that they improved that in this movie. Hopefully and luckily, CGI is on the point in the Forever Purge, so they definitely fixed the horror from the previous movie. The CGI in the previous movie was one of the worst CGIs I ever seen in a movie, like ever. And they realized that, they fixed that mistake here. But still, it didn't really felt like a Purge movie. You can see like literally war breaking out, and there is a military that is being sent by government to end this whole madness, because people continued killing each other even after those 12 hours they kept. Like I said, the war broke out through the entire United States of America. Like, there is later a scene where camera just zooms out and entire country is on fire. Every city is burning, and government has a really hard time putting everything under control. So that leaves me with a question: is there going to be another Purge movie? Because I don't think there is any more point in making these movies. This is now seriously the time where they should end this entire franchise, because it's getting fucking ridiculous. Like I said, the Forever Purge was definitely better than the previous movie, because the previous one was, like I said, the worst in the franchise, but still, it wasn't good like the first three movies. First three movies were really enjoyable and fun. I really enjoyed the characters, the atmosphere, everything actually was on point. It felt like a Purge movie. Now, this literally felt like a war movie where a bunch of racist Americans are trying to kill Mexicans, and that's it. I don't understand really why they did that. I think a lot of people might actually get offended by this movie, which is completely understandable. Then in the other hand, we have these characters that connected with each other, even though they're not from the same country. One character is a Mexican, the other main character is American, and they actually join forces, save each other alive through the movie, and it does have that friendship message as well. But what I was really annoyed by in this movie is that there's some very unrealistically portrayed scenes, to the point where it's just so funny. At one point in the movie, all these characters are driving in a truck, and somehow they're just driving through the streets where everybody's just massacring each other. It's shooting from all types of guns and calibers, and there's so many bullets that hit the truck, and somehow truck doesn't have a single fucking scratch on it. And then at one point in the movie, few bullets hits it, and it just starts smoking and it breaks. And it just doesn't make absolutely any fucking sense to me, because I was, through the whole movie, I was wondering what kind of truck is that, because this is the most bulletproof truck I have ever seen. Then there is also a scene where they meet a bunch of the Forever Purgers driving bikes on a highway, and they kill whoever doesn't agree with them and with their sick ideology. And there's this girl that saves them by showing the Forever Purge flag they picked up from the dead bodies, and they leave the truck. So they leave him alone. But before all that, they literally drive next to them while they're killing other people, and they ignore the truck completely. They're like, oh, okay, I don't care, you know. And then a few seconds later, they're like, oh, there was a truck that just drove next to us. Yeah, let's go attack it. Like, why not attack it when it was driving much slower next to you, and like you had a perfect chance to murder everyone inside of it? And then you're like, yeah, we should go after it now. And they also shoot a truck, and again, it doesn't take any damage. The bullets just bounce off it. I don't know, I have pretty negative thoughts about this movie in general. It was better than the previous movie, but worse than first three, and overall I would say that it was a bad movie. It was not really a good movie. I did not really enjoy it, and I couldn't really get into it. I didn't connect it with the characters as much as I did with the characters in first three movies, especially second and third movie. Second and third movie are, in my opinion, the best in the series, and I just couldn't feel it in this movie. It just didn't felt like a Purge movie at all. Yeah, there is carnage, there is all that, but you know, it's not really a Purge. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like a bunch of psychopaths murdering whoever doesn't agree with them, and then the war breaks out through the whole country. And that's pretty much it. Then you see guys in the military uniforms and soldiers shooting everyone, so it doesn't fucking feel like a Purge movie at all anymore. It just kind of loses the whole point. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I think this movie is honestly a little bit a waste of time. However, if you are into those movies, you might like it. I am, but I didn't really like it, to be honest. Yeah, it's hard to talk about this movie. It's pretty dull. It's a very dull movie, and if they continue this franchise, it's just gonna keep getting worse. I definitely think they should put an end to it. So yeah, that's it for this movie review. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally fine. You can also join my Chris Facebook group. Link is down below in the description. I post all kind of stuff over there. So again, join if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And that's it, guys. I love you. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're amazing, guys. And I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.